Good evening, everybody. Welcome along to your Sunday evening live show here on FUTV United TV. I'm Adam. Get into the live comments, please, everybody. Get your likes in on the video. Make sure you have subscribed so you can get into the likes. We're talking Marcus Rashford's value. He has landed at Aston Villa. It is fantastic news for all Manchester United fans. Whether you're a Rashford fan, whether you're not, it doesn't matter. It's good that he is doing bits. It's good that he is performing for Aston Villa. We're going to talk about the valuation and where this leaves Manchester United. Is everything working out this season now to a point where everything can happen possibly in the summer? We've talked about all of the situations with transfers, players out on loan, them coming back in, them being sold again. Will Aston Villa now look at Marcus Rashford and say, you know what, maybe that 40 million is a bit of a bargain? Are United pretty much getting guaranteed money and 100% profit, which opens up our transfer window completely in the summer? Rashford is doing exactly what we all hoped he would do. I don't really care if he wins anything. I honestly don't care. As long as Manchester United sell him and we can move forward back in Ruben Amorim, that is the best bit about it. And the most important bit, of course, one striker in, one striker out, one striker in. Jason Wilcox's top target apparently is Liam Delap. He wants him as a striker. We'll talk about that as well. Some other transfer stories as well, and something that I have been told about a new centre-back that will cost Manchester United hardly anything. I'll give you the lowdown on that and where we're at on everything. Well, I said it before, early morning show, we was off for Kaz's game, second to last game of the season, big game today at home. I'll fill you in on the results. Still kitted out from the game myself, back in to do a live show with everybody. Just seen City scrape by Bournemouth as well, which is the only dampener on the weekend really. Everything is going according to plan. I'm scared of saying that actually, because Manchester United right now, with the loan signings in particular, with the loanees that are out in particular, Anthony's already done his bits, and now Marcus Rashford seems to have really found his feet. Yes, you can say it's only Preston, but still, no one else was doing what Rashford was doing today. 2 goals, man of the match performance. He's already got plenty of assists already since being at Aston Villa. I think he's proven his worth for Villa, and all I can say is keep on going, Marcus. Keep doing what you're doing, mate, please. I don't want anybody to realise what a slap task he can be, and then think that they've just got to send him back to Manchester United. Keep it going, because if Villa don't want him, it means that Manchester United will still be able to sell Marcus Rashford for a pretty penny when it comes to the transfer market opening on June 1st, which is the interesting one as well. That early transfer window gives Ineos a little bit more time to get dealings done. Could we see Marcus Rashford making that permanent move? He's back to Wembley again. Will he perform on the Wembley stage? We will see, won't we? Villa into the semi-finals alongside City, Palace, and, of course, from yesterday afternoon, Nottingham Forest as well. So that's your lineup, all Premier League affair. And it just looks like it's going to be City again, doesn't it? Never mind. But, yeah, we can't have everything in one weekend, can we? Everything has gone okay for United so far. But talk to me in the chat as well about Marcus Rashford. This is vitally important for United, that we do cling on to maximum value for everybody that we possibly can. Our team is performing. If someone wants to come in for Man United players this summer, then they're going to have to pay the right price. And I mean that in terms of players picking up a little bit of form, like Xerxes, Hoyle and Garnacho, players like this. All we need now is these injured players to come back in and hit the ground running. It would be such an amazing vibe going into the derby if United beat Nottingham Forest on Tuesday nights. That would be absolutely huge. The waiting is nearly over. The waiting is nearly there now. So, yeah, let's just see exactly what happens now with the transfer window when it comes about. So let's also have a look at what Manchester United can do from now until the end of the season with these other players. But it all, honestly, like, it just, I know it sounds like we're actually just trying to drag a positive out of nowhere in this, and I get it, and you can shoot me down if you want, but I can see where the positives are. I can see everything that's happening at Manchester United, and it just looks like we are moving forward in the right direction. We are. So, yes, let's look at it this way. If Marcus keeps on doing what he's doing at Villa, if Anthony keeps on doing what he's doing, it gives us more and more chance to bring in the players like we've spoken about, like Victor Osimhen. But then again, the other story comes out in this, which is a case of Liam Delap being the favourite with Jason Wilcox. Now, we all know that Jason Wilcox is the main man. He is the one that's calling the shots pretty much at Manchester United in the recruitment department. He's pushing for a loan. And you can see, going across the bottom of your screen there, that's a story that's come out from United Scout on X today as well. And another report that's doing the rounds right now. Make of that what you want. I still think the top target has to be Victor Osimhen, but it makes you think, doesn't it? Whereas we are building up all of these looking good, positive transfers, everything like this is, for me, it's great and it looks positive, but there's always that chance that we could be completely wrong and United might go out and buy a Liam Delap. Now, I don't mind Liam Delap. I think he's a good player. He's no Victor Osimhen, though. Would it be a bit of a dampener if we did end up going out and getting Liam Delap and not getting a Victor Osimhen? That, I think, is that's the snag in everything right now. We just don't know what's going on, ultimately, and that's what we've got to just remind ourselves of. Whereas all this money could come in, United could just keep their books balanced by buying similar players for a similar price. That, I think, is something that we need to remember in all of this. I'm actually having to sometimes remind myself, because I have been a little bit overly positive recently, but I do like to talk about things that I see, and I think this is a positive for Manchester United right now and the way things are going. Obviously, form can fall off a cliff again at any point, and you've always got that reminder that this is a tough league, and the transfer window is going to be exactly the same for United. Rashford is going to fetch us decent value. It looks like that move has worked out really well for us. The same with Antony. But where are we going to spend it? And when you talk about Liam Delap, he is going to cost upwards of 30 million. I think Ipswich are holding out for 40 million for Liam Delap. And again, that's the concern I've got. Where it's not a concern with the player, I do believe that we need another striker in as well. If Liam Delap is coming in, he isn't the finished article yet. I love him. I'd love a player like that at Manchester United. But honestly, I would, if you had to give me a shot, if you had to ask me now and go, Adam, right, which striker are you going for? Who is the top dog? Where are you going with it? It's always going to be Osimhen. Then it's Jonathan David. Then you're looking at Ekatike. You're looking at Liam Delap. And you're just going down and down in that order from that point. So I feel like because he's Premier League, he's not really Premier League proven. He's had 1 year. Because he's got that year in at Ipswich and he's done all right, I've just got that horrible feeling that something might be built up into nothing, into something that's not really there with Liam Delap. And I would love him to be the player that is second in on Osimhen. I would love him to be in there instead of the likes of Erasmus Højlund or someone like that right now. And just that guarantee that you're going to get that player that understands Premier League and English football. Look, Rasmus can turn into that player, but it just concerns me because if we buy Delap, then I don't think we buy Osimhen. That's the point I'm trying to round up there, really, in all of that, is that I don't think United will go out and buy Osimhen if they buy Delap. And this story coming out saying that Jason Wilcox is pushing on Delap, where it's all right, it concerns me because I don't see United buying two strikers. I see us getting a free striker and somebody else, if that was doable, which is why I've always talked about Jonathan David, but I don't see United spending money on two strikers. That I don't think can happen. And I don't think we've got the money to do it. So I think that is the one concerning bit. Is it easier to sign Delap? Are they looking at the finances a little bit too much? They need to. If they're looking at the football side of things, and we have all said this on the show. We've said it numerous times. We need to have the ready-made, perfect, finished article striker coming into Manchester United. Otherwise, we are going to struggle. We are going to struggle. So that, I think, is the biggest thing to take from this right now. And I feel like it's all completely open still and everything is doable and everything's possible right now. But, again, there is that little reminder just there. As good as Rashford is, as good as Antony's doing, you're still got to get the deal done. And then how much are they going to invest of that money into Manchester United? I think they will invest it in. But it's on the what type of players. Now, I don't see United walking away from an awkward transfer. I don't think they're going to go for an easy transfer like the old regime did. I mean, look what we did with Lenny Yoro. We battled it out with PSG for Manuel Ugarte. Yes, you could say that them players wanted to come to Manchester United in the end, and that's why it made it easier. But still, when you look at it, like Ugarte could have easily gone elsewhere. Yoro could have gone to Real Madrid and said, no, I'm going to wait around. But United went in and got them deals done. So I'm confident that they're not just going to shirk a difficult challenge, because I don't think Osimhen is. His wages, yes, you may have to incentivise that and get a deal out of that, possibly, but still, I don't think that is a difficult deal to make. And I think United, still hold quite a few cards in that as well. Let's get into the chat as well, everybody. Please give the video a like, get your comments in as well. Marcus is in. Thank you to everyone who wished me well since the passing of my mum. Best community on YouTube, mad love. Marcus, absolute pleasure, mate. I know Kaz sent you a message. She was telling me about it today as well, mate. Really sad news on that on this weekend of all weekends. I hope you're well. Hope your family's doing good, Marcus, buddy. And everyone, like Marcus said, who did send him a message, absolute credit to the community here on Forever United TV. So absolutely buzzing that you got the comments that you did, buddy. Thank you again, and keep your comments coming in, Marcus. Welsh Red says, hopefully we can make around 80 to 90 million for Rashford and Antony. And let's not forget, like, we are balancing books a little bit with Antony. Rashford's going to be pure 100% profit. Not pure profit is someone like Bruno, whose contract is run on and run on and run on, and years have gone by. So that would be a pure profit. 100% profit is a Marcus Rashford. That's an academy player. So that really does affect Manchester United's finances going into the summer. If we can get that 40 million, I'm taking it and I'm running. I'm not even being too greedy right now. Just get your 40 million and walk away. Don't even ask for much more. That's all that player is worth. And you've done well to get that out of an absolute nightmare situation. So let's get that done. But Welsh Red, yeah, if we can get a little bit more, then go for it. I think it's probably more about 70, 80 max for both of them. And obviously, we're not going to have much profit from Antony. It's his third year. If we sell him for 40 million, we're probably making, a few million out of him. But we're losing the wages. And United will be able to bring somebody else in if Antony's gone. So, yeah, good business from United if we can move them up. From the situation, it's not good business, because Rashford should have been a superstar. Antony was a waste of money. And that's not good business, because we're looking at cut down prices right now. And I don't want people to get confused with what I'm saying this is brilliant from the start. And this was from the start of buying Antony and when Rashford first burst on the scene. I'm saying this is good business dealing with from when Ruben walked through the door and was dealt this hand, which had Antony, which had Rashford, which had all of the issues within the club. Going from that to where we are now, I think is really good business for Manchester United. And I think that needs to be remembered, and the fan base need reminding of that situation, what we're in. Ruben and Ineos and the new structure and all of these people that we're talking about, the Wilcoxes and everybody else that's in on this new setup that we've got at United now, they weren't anything to do with the Rashford and the Antony setup. They've just been dealt that and are having to deal with it. So I feel like that's what needs to be a reminder to every Man United fan, that we're dealing with crap that wasn't originally there. As in, they've walked into it. So Jim said it, didn't he? He's inherited this mess. And yeah, what you've got to look at is that really we are making the best out of what we have got right now when we're coming to that transfer window. And I just say it like that. I'm not going to be gutted if we don't get an Osimhen type of player, but it will make me feel like things are going to take a little bit longer, because I fully believe that United need that top striker, not just a good striker. It has to be the best. And if you're struggling and you think the finances don't work, just go and get Jonathan David and stop the messing around. I think he's exactly what United need. But Osimhen first, please. Of course. Let's get some more comments in. The reports on the under-15s and the first squad. An early April Fool or what? I'm not sure what that was, Joanna. I'm not sure what you're talking about. I have been out at football, so I've not seen anything over the last couple of hours, actually. I've just walked into City, getting by Bournemouth in the FA Cup, catching up on a few things. It has been a mad afternoon. We did win the game today, by the way. Winton Wanderers, ladies. We got the win 6-1. Kaz got a hat-trick, everyone. Back on top form again, and 40 goals for the season now, Kaz. So, yep, get your big ups in on Kaz in the chat, everyone. Smashed it today. Pretty much solidifying promotion places to the Greater Manchester Women's League Premier. So, we are moving up. Promotion looks like it is on the cards, everybody. Job done. Winton in. Here we go. Wrong side. Winton badges there. Yeah, do that all the time. Let's see what else we've got here right now in the comments section. Honziek says, why Delap? When we have Højlund, we must give him more time. I think he will get time. I think what they could look at there, one way of looking at it, you just reminded me of something there. Would Rasmus Højlund be willing to play second fiddle? Because if Osimhen comes in, Rasmus has got no chance of starting games unless Osimhen needs a break. If Delap comes in, I can see a rotation. I can see more of a rotation thing going on. I don't like that. I don't want that to happen. I'd rather Rasmus know his place and say, look, you're at Man United, for God's sake, mate. We paid this much money for you. You're going to have to get better. So if you're not playing, go away and make yourself a better player. Come back and take that chance. And I think Rasmus will learn a lot from someone like Victor Osimhen. I think he'll make him an even better striker. And he's there ready to step in when he needs. So I would rather that than a rotation with Delap and Rasmus. I could see that being easier to do. And Rasmus isn't put out of place, but we should not be thinking about putting Rasmus's nose out of place right now. We should be thinking, we're United, we need to get back up at least into the top half of the table and challenge for Europe. We need a top striker. You haven't done it. Simple as, you're going to have to just get back in line with everybody else and fight for your place in this squad. Simples. And that is all she wrote when it comes to Rasmus Højlund. Earn your way back in. And you know what? He may do well from now until the end of the season and say, look, okay, I want to start. And fair enough if he does that, but we've not seen enough, have we? I want Osimhen and Delap, says Block. Let's make the fans happy for once. That would be about 100 million for United to spend on two strikers when we do have other areas of the pitch we desperately need to invest in. So that probably won't happen, I'm guessing, Block. But you never know. They may get greedy. Come on, guys. Get the likes in. We're not at the 100 mark yet. Everyone, get liking the video. Please make sure you have subscribed to Forever United TV. Start being lazy with the likes, people. Get on that like button. There's more than enough in here right now to give the video a little like. We'll give you enough positivity there in the first 15 minutes at least. And I just told you that Kaz scored an hat-trick. So that alone deserves another like, doesn't it? So come on. Adam, I like the lap, but 40 million is too much for raw talent. We certainly need a mature striker like Osimhen. Doesn't seem a million miles off, in my opinion. No, it doesn't. Rayami says, let's not forget Delap is younger than Højlund. So where is the experience going? Where's the experience going for striker? Yep. Again, it's not dealing with that issue that we've got, which is that experience, know-how up front, which we know we lack. Raw quality talent is all good and well, but without that nous, without that expertise, it just doesn't seem to do the same job. And that is what United are up against, and that's why we need someone like Osimhen through the door. Get an experienced goal machine. We have Rasmus and Obe as backup. Yep, that's very, very true. A Modern Samurai's in the chat as well. Good afternoon, mate. Hope you're doing very well. Delap is younger than Højlund. It would be just like buying another Højlund, and we will have two inexperienced strikers. Very, very true. Very true. I got my ticket confirmation for Leon on the 17th at Old Trafford. Can't wait, says Marcus. Good on you, buddy. Good to get a few more people in there as well. Let's see what else we got. Graham is in the house as well. Hope you're well, Graham. Hope everyone's had a good Mother's Day. Hope you all looked after your mums and are doing well. Some people may still be out if you're playing catch-up later on. Hope you had a decent night, everyone. All good here on Forever United TV. We've had a great day. Kaz celebrated her Mother's Day with that hat-trick today, which was the perfect finish to an excellent weekend. And then I seen City score. When I walked through the door, I was like, oh, damn it. It could have been so much better. Super chat in from Block says, I inherited this mess. The Glazers are lovely people and don't have a bad bone in their body. Jim doesn't have a clue. Kaz, hat-trick, congrats. Yeah. When they say that, it's difficult to defend Sir Jim Radcliffe when he's saying that they are nice people. We know they're not. We know that they have absolutely rinsed Manchester United. And Ineos have come in and they've inadvertently blamed the Glazers because they've blamed the people that they've employed. So it is their mistake in a way, but they're never going to come out and say anything bad against the Glazers. I think we have to stop that. But it does bring up comments like what Block said there. It's like, I got no sympathy for him. You bought in, you knew what you were buying in for, and you knew you'd buy in to come in and protect the Glazers. So don't expect it to be a happy landscape while you get everything moving at Man United. The fans are going to come for you. You're going to have to accept that. I'm more of a balanced view, as everybody knows, but I do understand where fans have got an issue with Sir Jim Ratcliffe and Ineos still as well. I get it. I really do. And let's just see. Let's just see what happens. They're going to need a few years to turn this around anyway. And we know what we're dealing with. We know what the mess is with these players. And hopefully, like I just said at the top of the show, Rashford turning himself around, Antony doing likewise. And Manchester United, I've got a few more players going into form as well. Maybe Casemiro's form at the end of the season is going to help us get rid of him as well. And all of that coming out from now until the end of the season is all bodes well for the summer. And that's what we're going to look at. And that's the most important thing. I can't see United signing Osimhen unless he commits to United alone. United can't pay the release clause because they don't have the money. Yeah, we have that money, Graham. We can afford Osimhen. We can afford Osimhen for 62 million. It just means that we can't spend much more without selling players. United do have a budget for the summer and can spend on Osimhen because it will be in instalments. Let's not forget that. And United are already saving enough money per year in wages with the players that are leaving to make the first instalment on Victor Osimhen's price tag. That's how they're going to do it. But anything else, they're going to need help with. So this is why we've always made the point, and we've talked about it on FUTV quite a lot, is that if you're going to go and spend the big chunk of your budget, you have to make sure it's in a position that United really, really need. And striker has to be up there. Has to be top dog, doesn't it? It really does. Good evening, everyone. Enjoy the rest of the show. That's from UK Strains. Thank you, mate. Nico says, can we talk about fans throwing players under the bus like how they did with Bruno this morning? I found that quite disturbing. In terms of how they thrown him under the bus, Nico, you're going to need a bit more context on that, buddy. Adam, who is this young Austrian League 2 attacker we are said to be interested in? He is 17, surname, I can't even say that. Think spelt correct. I don't know enough. I do know that Manchester United are actually looking at, and you might have heard it before, so we had Assane Diao earlier on. That's what we're talking about. This isn't the same Diao. This is Osimhen Diao, who is a centre-back, an Ivorian centre-back playing in Denmark at Midtjylland. Manchester United have been scouting this player for over a year. He is 19 now. He is one of them younger players again. He's another player like, let's just say, it's a bit different to Aiden Heaven because he's playing first-team football, but obviously on a different level. But yeah, Osimhen Diao, Assane Diao, we're going for the Diaos. That's what we're going for. It's in Diao. That's what that's what United are looking at. But yeah, that's another one. Wait for that to break. I've been told that privately today, that Manchester United have heavily scouted Osimhen Diao, a 19-year-old centre-back. Again, another young African player as well. Vival doing overtime in the recruitment stakes at Manchester United right now. So I expect something to come of that. There's nothing out there in the public eye on that yet. Just know that United are scouting this player and have been for over a year. So remember where it comes. Remember when it comes. Manchester United, look, of all these young players, again, let's not forget that there is a great match on tomorrow. Manchester United face Aston Villa in the FA Youth Cup semi-final tomorrow night. So make sure that you get watching that one. That should be televised on MUTV as well, that one. So don't forget that. There is an important game tomorrow, and that is the FA Youth Cup semi-finals. In fact, I will keep a check on that one just to see if anything is on TV for it. So let's just see. I am supposedly at a training tomorrow, but I'll see if we can possibly do a watch along on Big Up for it as well, just so we can actually get that game covered. And I can give you all the extra information from what I know in that game as well if you want to tune in for that one, everybody. So let's just see how that one goes down. And again, we will be covering everything going on with the FA Youth Cup as it goes on as well, with the pool of talent players that we've been talking about so much on this show. We want to make sure that we give them every little bit of airtime possible and give them the plaudits that they deserve in this season, because they are performing to a very, very high level, this bunch of lads right now. So yeah, let's get some more comments in. We are interactive mode, everybody. Get your comments in. Make sure that you give the video a like. We are now over 100. Make sure you have subscribed to the channel as well. Plenty of people in the room. Sorry about the mix-up with the show and the no notifications going out. There was a bit of a malfunction on YouTube earlier on with the start time of the live show. So if you're wondering why you might have missed part of the show, yeah, we did have a little bit of a mishap on YouTube earlier on. So we're back now and we're in full flow at least. We'll run it for as long as we possibly can and give you all as much opportunity to get your comments in as possible. Let's just be patient. If I can't get to you, obviously, I will try and get around to as many as possible. Joe says, a veteran striker like Mateta would be best. People forget Rasmus would develop and we have Chido, our striker of the future. We do have quite a lot. We have quite a lot. So, yes, kickoff is 7 o'clock for the under-18s tomorrow as well. So, yeah, I'll just let you know tomorrow on that one if we are going to do a watch-along for it. Liam Delap, laugh out loud. We've not had a suitable striker here in a decade. It's mental. Cavani, the closest, but 5 years too late. Good point, Compa Smith. Cavani was awesome. He really was. United should try and get Brahim Diaz or Ada Gula on loan with an option to buy next season. On that, I don't know in particular with them players, Hammer, but you could look at that as an option for United going into next season. So the loan market is not dead, and that's what you've got to look at. Manchester United could go into the loan with option to buy, obligation to buy sort of market as well off the back of next season. We've said this before. We need to be very, very clever with what we do recruitment-wise in the summer. The transfer window, we're going to have to be savvy. We're going to have to be at it. And we're going to have to be in front of as many as we possibly can because it is a saturated market. Love your coverage and analysis of the youth setup, Adam. It's what United are made of. Good. Love that, mate. And that's what it's all about. I love covering the academy players. PSG a couple of signings away from having a mental team. I think they've already got one, mate. They've got to be up there as one of the favourites for the Champions League now. Would like to see the debuts of some of United's under-18s. Keen on seeing what Mantato, Godwill and Morehouse could do for the first team. Also, Amir as well. Yeah, Amir Ibrahimov is going to be, I think, maybe a year, maybe 18 months down the line, but he is the one man that I think is going to be that star, absolute star player. Like he's got magic in them boots of his. And yeah, for a 16-year-old to be playing at under 21 level, kind of tells you the development pathway, where he's at right now, how far ahead he is of everything going on. But yeah, that's where Manchester United are actually at. Now, you can see also at the bottom of your screen there, the latest tweet going out. I think this is all of your Spanish garbage. El Nacional will put out anything to try and stir things up. He's saying Manchester United plan to make Alejandro Balde the highest paid fullback in the world by offering him a salary of 10 million after tax. Don't believe it. Don't believe any of it. This is the Spanish market starting to get itself geared up. Let's not forget, the transfer window opens earlier this season. It's open from the 1st of June. So that is a lot. That's a lot sooner than it has been in previous years because of the FIFA Club World Cup. The 1st of June. So the season has barely finished and the window is open. There is no gap really in between. There is a 6-day gap. It opens on the 1st to the 10th and then shuts again till the 16th. Again, I've said this last time. I don't know why they're giving that 6-day gap thing any room at all, but I couldn't think the word I was going to use there. But yeah, I don't know why. Let's just say that. And again, it's just going to give these bigger clubs a better chance to actually get everything in place. So United will be obviously doing deals now behind the scenes, getting ready to go for when this happens, because like we said, the last game of the season done, and then bang, a few days later the window is open, business to be done. Manchester United will be looking to move things along very, very quickly because there is an awful lot to do, and a lot of United's incoming business, like we've said before, depends on the outgoing. So getting down to business, like we said with Marcus Rashford, is very important for Manchester United. It's going to be one of them. Look, pay up. Give us the money we want, Aston Villa. If not, I think United, and I don't think they should, but I think they will go out and probably ask for more than 40 million for him. They will say, look, he's playing in the Premier League. He's playing in the Champions League. He's in the England squad. He's scoring goals. He's getting assists. He is worth 50 million or something like that. I think that's what Manchester United's game will be, and hopefully Aston Villa don't take up that £40 million option. See, I don't know if Villa are tied in with that 40 million. As if United are tied in. So if Villa say, we want to sign him, it has to be 40 million no matter how well he performs. I'm not sure if that clause is in that contract, in that loan deal for Marcus Rashford. So really, when you look at that, again, it's an unknown. If Villa buy him, you'd expect it to be 40 million, like was said. And if there's anything else in there, I don't think Villa would go for it anyway. They signed that deal to cover most of his wages with bonuses and extras added on, which I think he might actually be getting right now. Because, look, I think when players who are on loan, when they go through a certain round of a cup or they advance in a certain competition, it usually triggers bonuses within the loan deal. And we know that that Villa are paying the majority of Marcus Rashford's wages as well right now. So, yeah, that I think is something to keep an eye on as well. How Rashford performs definitely determines how much money United get now as well. And then it just helps United sell him to Aston Villa for 40 million. It's like when you've got a house, isn't it? You can put all of the good stuff in, but the stuff that matters is the fixed units. It's like outside, it doesn't matter. The garden, it doesn't really add value to your house, but it helps sell it, doesn't it? Rashford's form is that right now. He's like the garden. He's just them final pieces of the jigsaw. He's just putting it all together and making it easy for someone to take him. He's proving that this is a worthwhile investment and he can do more for Aston Villa. So that, I feel, is where Aston Villa are at right now. They would probably want a little bit more proof that Marcus Rashford is the Rashford of old and the one that everybody talks about in such glowing lights, because you're not allowed to say anything bad against Marcus Rashford. But still, I feel like Aston Villa are waiting a little bit longer. I listened to Unai Emery on the way home today, and he was talking about Marcus Rashford's performance, and he was saying, look, there's still work to do. It's great for him. I'm really pleased for him. His first goals for Aston Villa, but we go straight back to it. There's a lot more to do for Aston Villa, and that is important for Manchester United as well now. That they obviously keep in touch with Villa and try and make something happen over these next few months before the season ends. Get something in place for that date when the window does open on June 1st. And I think there will be, quietly behind the scenes, a lot going on at Manchester United. Hi Adam, any updates on Jadon Sancho's situation going forward? It is good news. I said this the other day, I think it was Thursday when I said this, that Jadon Sancho is going to be a Chelsea player at the end of the season. And what Chelsea do after that, we don't really care, but the rumour was that Chelsea were going to sell him straight on after buying him for 25 million. They are not going to send him back and pay that penalty fee. It's great news for United right now. If we can move on Rashford, Antony and Sancho and get just over 100 million for them, then it's good business this summer. It really does help Manchester United. So, yeah, that's where we're at with Jadon Sancho as well. Just quickly, Ousmane Diao, I did mention him. That's someone I've been told that United have been scouting for over a year. Centre-back at Midtjylland right now. Ivorian, 19-year-old centre-back on United's list. Ousmane Diao was the story that came about before. Very, very similar sort of profile of players popping up in Manchester United's wanted list all of the time in all of these reports, and I think this is where we need to be fully focused on what's happening, because this is the recruitment that I was saying is what I wanted to see. Osimhen isn't good recruitment. It's good if you get him for a good price, but recruitment is all down to them players you don't know about. Recruitment is all about them players that are unheard of and turn into gems. They're the ones that we want to be talking about. That's the best bit, I think, out of recruitment. And that's when you know you've got good operators working in your club. When that starts to come about and starts to come to fruition, that's when you know that things are moving in the right direction. And I think we've already seen a glimpse of it. And I want to see more. I really do. I want to see players that are earning their wages. I want to see players that are moving up Manchester United's pecking order and demanding contract extensions because they're playing well. That, I think, is exactly what we need. I think Kaz is Kaz is doing her best Pinocchio attempt there. She's saying, Adam raging with the referee today, everyone. Worse than his watch-along antics. I wasn't raging with the referee, but what a plonker. Honestly, like some of the calls, oh, wow. Like, are they not the most frustrating people on the planet? Honestly, at that level where we are, in terms of grassroots football, that sort of level of refereeing, I know there's some good refs out there. There are some really good ones, but this guy, oh my God, crazy. Anyway, also, I know there's a few people in the chat right now that wasn't in earlier on this morning. Now, we lost an hour's sleep, didn't we? Oh, that was painful today, everyone. My God. Waking up and realising, oh shit, yes, the clocks have gone forward. A double show this morning on Football Talks and FUTV. Thank you for everyone who joined us. But there was a massive debate on Bruno Fernandes this morning. Let's just get it out of our systems right now. No one has come out and said otherwise that United are going to be approached by Real Madrid so far. It's been pretty quiet. Let's just say that. Are you getting rid of Bruno Fernandes, everybody? Get your comments in the chat on this as well. If you sold Bruno Fernandes this summer, good God, Manchester United would be in a ridiculous financial position, but the pressure would ramp up massively on United to bring in an adequate replacement for Bruno Fernandes. That's been the conversation off camera throughout the day today. Loads of people giving their opinions. Would you sell him? That's what I want to ask right now as well. Get into the chat on that, everybody. Kevin says United need to up the price to 60-70 million if Aston Villa sign him permanently. I don't think we can, is what I'm saying, Kevin. I think that price is set in stone at 40 mil. Ant says, I'm happy that positive moves have been made within the club, recruiting hungry players that want to play for the club and not a paycheck. Dark Muppet Rises said, I said to my little buddy who's a Chelsea fan, I said, if in a year's time that Sancho is still a Chelsea player and Mount is still a United player, I'll buy you a United Mount shirt and you buy... Oh, you missed out the last bit on that there. I'm guessing you buy a Sancho one maybe or something, was it? Evening all. Can't wait to get back to the games again. It feels like it's just absolutely dragging its ass out right now, not playing football, doesn't it? I did my preview earlier on as well. Thank you everybody who commented on that. Just something a bit extra on the Sunday because there's no football on. I did a little preview video as well. Go watch that back. My views and my thoughts on the Nottingham Forest game are all there. If you want to give me your opinion on that as well. Plenty of content for you today. In fact, this is the 4th video, I think, is it? Yeah. 4th one today. So a busy Sunday. And we managed to coach Kaz to a 6-1 win as well for Winton. So, good day. Adam, is a semi-final at Leeds Sports Village tomorrow? No, I think it's away at Villa Park, isn't it? I'm pretty certain it is. It's at Villa Park. We got the away draw. Unfortunately, yes, I agree that the pressure ramps up, but if Bruno's sale will cause a resurgence, we should bite the bullet and do it. At 90 million, yes, says Welsh Red regarding Bruno. Dark Muppet Rises just cleared up that bit. Yeah, you said you would buy him a Mount shirt and he would buy you a Sancho shirt. I get it, mate. Thank you. I do love Bruno, but it's the 90 million. We would be stupid not to consider it. Yep. Seems we're going in the right direction at last. Hooray, says Babs. Hooray, Babs. Indeed. Hopefully we are. We are. By the way, I want them 200 live likes, everybody. Get on the like button. Please get into the chat as well. I want to hear from everybody. Kaz has dropped in the link to the preview as well. I'll pin that all up there for you all for later on as well. So when the show finishes, please do jump onto that one and give me your thoughts on the game. Let's see what else we've got comment-wise. Wilcox likes the lap. Not for me. Not over Rasmus. Need top-class forward. Score goals, Adam. Osimhen then. Yes, it is. If it came, that is one for you. I'm going to test the audience again right now. Osimhen, 62 million. Jonathan David, nothing. And Jonathan David wages will probably be the same, if not less. Oh, Whoa, God, that's been bubbling for bleeding ages, that. Thank God. Woo! I love Bruno, but 90 million. Wow. Now, sell. PL just sacked their manager. We should get Sesko. RB Leipzig just sacked their manager. Did not know that. Interesting. Sesko still has an 80 million buyout, and that's not going to happen. There are too many clubs in for Benjamin Sesko, and I just don't see that deal happening. I can't. We haven't got the money for that. It's a push at Osimhen. It really is. Only 30 to 40 mins from Villa Park. I wonder if you can get a ticket for tomorrow. Might be a thought. You probably. I don't know. I think the United section is sold out, to be honest. But I don't know if you can get in the home end. Sneak in. Sit on your hands, maybe. You never know. Let me see what else we've got in here. Yep. Feel the rumour of selling Bruno means the club is hiding something bad that will be revealed later. I don't know why you would feel that, number 7. What makes you think that? What makes you think that is what's happening? I don't. I really don't. Interesting take between Osimhen and David. I would say the difference is experience, and Osimhen has more. So I would say he is more reliable despite more costly. So it comes down to what Ruben wants, more importantly. Like, we cannot look at the value of it. We talked about this, but like Ryan's just picked up on Vlahovic again there. I said Vlahovic. We made a show on him the other day, actually. But still, what you've got to look at is Manchester United right now having a few options there and needing to move quickly when the window opens, because somebody will come in. Somebody will actually come in and take one of Manchester United's targets. That's what will happen. And I feel right now United are in a position where they're ready to pounce. I think they're going to have to gamble on the players that are going to be leaving Manchester United, though. I think they're definitely going to have to gamble on certain players. They're going to have to commit the money. They're going to have to commit the payment plan to these players and get the players in as quickly as possible. I think Osimhen is big. I think there's plenty of clubs after him. Obviously, we know that Roger Fernandes is a target for Manchester United. Also, Assane Diao are possible for Manchester United as well. There are loads out there with plenty of clubs after them, and we have to be moving very, very quickly as soon as the market opens up, and that's something that I'll be waiting with bated breath to see how Manchester United attack this window as soon as it opens. Because I said it before, it's not going to be your usual transfer window. It's a longer transfer window this summer. The clubs tried to get the window shut on the 14th of August, but the league said no, they want to run it in line with the rest of Europe. So this is what's going to happen. Manchester United are going to have to be at it. And there's no other way. There's no other way of putting it. We just have to be ready to go. I think they are. I think United are confident that they're going to get Victor Osimhen. I really do. I think they're going to get him. And that's what all the noises are telling me. That's what all the transfer noises are telling me. But look, if you have just joined us, coming to the end of the show, quickly on Marcus Rashford. Yes, United obviously loving the fact that Rashford is doing well. It gives them that bargaining chip to ask Aston Villa for that obligation, or that option to buy, And it bodes well for Manchester United. Everything is moving in the right direction. Another day gone. Another day closer to United being back in action against Nottingham Forest. Make sure, again, there is a link in the live chats for the preview video that I did for the Nottingham Forest game. It gives me, I give you my team. I talk over the threats from Nottingham Forest, where I see this game going, my score prediction. Get into that video after this live is finished as well, everybody. Just give me your thoughts on that as well. But I do need you all to like the video right now before we finish. We need 17 more likes, please, everyone. If you could just put a nice little like on the video. We've come to the end now, so we deserve a few more likes, don't we? I'm only trying to round it up to 200 to make it look a little bit neater. That's what it is, really. But again, massive thank you to all of the mods, all of the members, new subscribers, which we've had through the show as well. Thank you for your participation. And we will be, obviously, moving forward now to 8 o'clock tomorrow. I will keep you all up to date tomorrow with the content, what's coming. We may be doing a watch along for the under 18s FA Youth Cup semi-final. It should be a really good game, actually. United should be favourites for that one. But yeah, thank you, everyone. Absolutely brilliant day's football. Kaz 6-1, Alfie 1-6-2 yesterday. United didn't play, so no drama there. Hopefully we can move across into Tuesday. And like we said, 2 more days to wait. God, it's a long old one. The weekend is gone and we've still not played. It feels so weird right now. But hey, look, that is the show, everyone. Thank you so much. I will see you all tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock sharp, with your updates. I've got a feeling there's going to be news coming out tonight, so make sure that you're ready for tomorrow morning's show. But past that, have a good one. Enjoy your Mother's Day, and